Stories, airing weekdays on Global TV, 7 p.m. Big talk, engaging and insightful. The House of Representatives has accused some heads of institutions of failing to appear for the 2025 budget defense session. This is according to the spokesman to the House of Representatives, who was speaking on Tuesday. According to the statement, said that some lawmakers in the National Assembly were allegedly demanding bribes. There were some allegations that the National Assembly were demanding bribes from vice chancellors of federal universities just to approve their 2025 budget allocation. But the National Assembly has, however, reacted, stating that the 10th House of Reps is committed to transparency, accountability, and the highest ethical standard in all its legislative activities. They have also stressed the importance of the budget defense exercise and how crucial it is for our national development. Joining us tonight is Danami Joel. He is the National Assembly legislative head, and he joins us on the program tonight to discuss this issue. Thanks so much, Mr. Dandami, for joining us on the program. We've looked at 2024 budget, but 2025 has been so much interest to many Nigerians because the president said for this budget of 2025, things are going to work. But we're looking at allocations sent to ministries, departments. How would you, and agencies, how would you assess all of this exercise so far?
Thank you very much for having me in your studio. You know, as a person, myself personally, the concern I have is not even the budget. The president actually tried. He has increased. The budget has increased. But if you look at the system of democracy from 1998, a lot of budget have been approved. But when you go to the communities, to our societies, with what has been approved and then what has gone down, there are no evidence of infrastructures on ground. 1999 to date, decades of years, we kept defending budget, And then when you go back to the local government, to the societies, communities, and then look at what was defended and presented. If you had to bring a substantial report of all the infrastructures and all the implementation that had been implemented since 1998, there's nothing to write home about. That's nothing. You don't see things on ground. We're talking about trillions of naira, billions of naira, over 20-something years. We expect to see the money actually going to the list of what it was meant for. Look at the issue of power. Look at the issue of educational infrastructures. Our educational systems cannot meet up to other nations. And all these things are captured in Ministry of Education has one of the most highest budget, 3.5 trillion, just to improve in infrastructures. But you go around the institutions, and if where you have graduated 6 years ago, you go by there, see the same thing. No improvement. Primary school, the same thing, dilapidated. Hospitals, healthcare centers. You can cite example in FCT. Go around the 6 area councils. The whole of the 6 area council, you hardly find healthcare centers where people within this community can access. They have to go far. Most general hospitals. And most of general hospitals, the existing hospitals were built by the military. Is it that this is not captured in the Ministry of Health in budget to provide 50-bed hospital for our communities and
the primary healthcare centers?
Yeah, primary care centers.
All these things are carried out by Nigerians.
They are carried out by Nigerians. And they are captured in the budget.
When we look at one of the responsibilities of the National Assembly is oversight function.
oversight.
So are they making this oversight? Have they intensified effort previously? Okay, can we spare the 10 National Assembly? Because the 10 National Assembly will tell you we're on top of the game, and of course we were asking the right questions. Do you feel that it's a failure of the previous National Assembly to ask the right questions or to carry out a comprehensive oversight? Because some National Assembly members will tell you we are not the contractors, we are not the one doing the project and all of that, from our understanding. Or do you have any other understanding about this?
If you look at the appropriation bill, the budget, if you study the appropriation bill very well, you will see most of the projects are uncompleted. It has been awarded.
Money was given out.
It has been awarded. The contractor yet to resume on site. The project is ongoing. And you are running another budget. You have a supplementary budget where another budget is ongoing, not fully executed. And you are defending another budget.
They'll still capture those items on the next budget.
Items. That is a problem. That's why I said most of the time they have misunderstandings with agencies, departments, and ministries. Because sometimes when they bring this budget for defense, you see the same things.
We're buying spoons every
All
year.
those things, like the issue
we're
of
buying
buying cars.
systems.
If it's your personal car, you can drive car for 4 years. So every year you bring budget, cars, ICT, laptops. There are people who use laptop for 10 years. But you see repetitions of budget every year. Items that we have budgeted for last year, they are still captured. So that is the issue.
Because
that's why they always have misunderstanding between the agencies and the parliament. Because budget is a constitutional guided process, and also where agencies, ministries, defense present and defend their proposal. So if you refuse to appear before the parliament, it's lack of respect to the parliament and the Nigeria. And so where they usually have misunderstanding is this oversight. So I think the parliament should do more on oversight than the defense. And defending the budget. Because if you have defended the budget for a year, there should be an oversight to see whether the budget was actually implemented. It's implementation that is a problem. These people want to see this on ground. The Nigerians want to see this on ground. If we see this on ground, people will not complain. Because that is, you are giving back to society. And that is the dividends of democracy. School is not for one particular ethnicity. It's for everybody. So if you are building school for a community, you are building for everybody. Hospital is not for a particular, if you are building hospital for the rural inhabitants of FCT, it's for all the people that live within that community. And so when you go around, you don't assess these things, you don't see these things on ground, and you keep defending budget every year, supplementary budget, running concurrent budget every year. That's where the problem lies.
I mean, it takes the National Assembly to get this.
Yes,
it takes the National Assembly to get this done. Some Nigerians feel that National Assembly is rubber stamp.
No, it's not a rubber stamp. It's not a rubber stamp.
They said they are approving everything that is coming from the executive. They are not asking a lot of questions that they are supposed to be asking and all of that. Because many Nigerian people are outside. They don't know what is happening inside.
Yeah, you know why they defend the budget? Is to ensure that, you see, when you are bringing a budget to the parliament and you are presenting something you want to do, it's for the good of the nation. It's for the betterment of the society. And so, but by the time we keep dragging, and then you are telling us, if you don't give us this, this will not happen. For instance, the issue of security. If you don't provide this, there will be issues. If you don't give us this, there will be issues. And so when they keep dragging, it looks as if anything happens, the parliament will be blamed. The National Assembly will be blamed for not approving this budget, for not giving them enough funds to execute or carry out their duties. And so you, at the end of the day, you start blaming the National Assembly. We brought budget to procure cars for securities. Our officials cannot go around the communities. We have limited cars for security agencies. We have limited this for this. We don't have enough transformer. We don't have this. And the community is kept increasing everyday society and all that. So we need enough of this. And so when I look at it, yes, it's quite understood. If we have all these things in place, it will reduce, some little crisis in our communities. We have enough police checkpoints. We have enough police vans that can go around our communities. We have enough hospitals. We have enough schools. A child is not meant to trek more than 1 kilometer and all that. So these things are captured in our budget. And so if I stand against the budget, tomorrow I'll be blamed for that.
So the National Assembly always have that understanding. They put Nigerian first. But at the end of the day, that is not what we see in respect to the intentions of why this has been approved.
Yes. The intention why this has been approved is not seen. And that is why you see
but people are ought to be going to that site. People are ought to be going to check. Are they doing their job? Are the ministries, agencies, and departments fully implementing all of this? Have they been calling the contractors to come in and answer questions? Because these contractors are Nigerians. They are living in Nigeria. They are staying in Nigeria.
I can cite example with the FCT minister. No contractor can joke with the FCT minister. You can't play with him.
Currently.
The current present FCT minister, Barrister Yese Wike, is an active minister. If I give you a job, you give me time, and that time the project will be commissioned. He has been going around commissioning most of the project that was allocated to contractors, and they have been executed. These are the kind of things we should be seeing in other ministries.
Because we have contractors.
You have contractors. Run after these people. Revoke the contract. Give it to people who are ready to execute these contracts. Go for then the National Assembly, go for oversight. Ensure that this thing that was captured, have record of everything that was approved. It's in the bill, appropriation. Look at this. Ensure that everything captured was executed. And I tell you, in 8 years, in 4 years, you will see massive development in our communities. And another 4 years, 60 leadership, APC have ruled for 8 years. They are now ruling for, if they rule for 16 years, and don't see this is on ground, and then you look at the money was spent, you ask questions. Why is this kind of money allocated and we are not seeing this is on ground? Why? That is a major challenge we have in this nation. It's not the issue of approving budget. The National Assembly can approve budget, but the problem is that these ministries and agencies, to me, they should be held accountable. Who are your contractors? Who are the procurement officers? We see these things. And they kept going for oversight and oversight and oversight. Most of the time they go, they come back. The contractors are aside, the contractors are left aside, issues and orders and all that.
Do they compromise on going to the site? Because they have also alleged that some National Assembly get to compromise at the point of at the oversight. Is it true?
You can't trust anybody. Even though I'm an aide, even though I'm not, my principal belongs to just some particular committee, so I might not know what other committees are doing. Understand? And so as a nation, they need to step up their games, and then so that Nigeria can have confidence in the parliament, the National Assembly. Because the people want to see this, it's a public session, it's an open session, so they want to see the reactions of these senators and House of Rep members, how they react to these ministries and agencies. I was so impressed when I saw Adams Oshomole reacting to the power system. This is a business. You heard what he said. You don't give Glo money to maintain their mass. You don't give Glo money to buy diesel. But in NEPA, in AEDC, you give them community contribute money to buy transformer. Community contribute money to buy cable. And then you still send them bid. So you saw how he rules, and then he was so active in that matter. So these are the kind of things Nigerians want to see. How we challenge these agencies, challenge these ministries in this particular budget that was allocated, how was it executed, and now you are bringing the same budget. There was a committee I had, he was challenging one of the agencies. You are bringing budget for car. You brought budget for car last year. You want to buy the same car. What happened to the last year? Me, the committee chairman said, I've been driving this car for 4 years. And you are buying car every year. For what? That's the problem we have. And it has become like a working document, a action plan.
Do you feel they go to make research for what they need and what they don't need, or they just go back to the system and print out the budget?
I can confidently say that these people bring previous budget. What they do is just to increase it.
They change the amount.
That is all.
They look at the local inflation.
It's just like an action plan. Every year they demand for it, you just carry it, you bring it to the National Assembly. What you do, you just increase it.
Are those civil servants? Because we have career civil servants in those ministries.
Yes, it's civil servants.
Like permanent secretaries and all of those things.
Who prepare this action plan?
By law, they are the ones who properly make sure that the right thing is being done.
Yes, they are the one that...
They are away from the minister that is politically appointed.
Because they are the monocrats. They are in ground. Minister is just an appointment. They can be fired anytime. And they can be shortchanged.
Because
they are the monocrat. They will be there for 35 years of service. So they know this is very well. So they are experts in these things. So they can just pick a document and then, they already have it as a soft copy. What they do is change. So when you look at the budget, you see the same thing.
Because we go to some of these ministries, they don't have those new laptops, those new computer system. I mean, if you walk up to some ministries, you also feel pity about the situation right there at some ministries and departments.
Yes, the system of ministries and agencies is that you cannot fire somebody that's employed for 35 years. The only thing they need is training. You understand? I'm employed. And employment is something that is pensionable, and then it's a pensionable appointment. So the only thing the person need is training to have the knowledge, the current skills, the 21st century skills. So
all right, Mr. Danlami, we'll go on a very quick break, and once we return, we're finalizing that discussion. What is the way forward now that the budget defense exercise has been completed? What are the expectations? What should the National Assembly members begin to do in respect to resolving the expectations of many Nigerians? Do stay with us. We'll be wrapping up the program soon. Policies and political actors are in the news every day, all day. And on our part, we guide you through the noise and get you to the heart of the matter. Big Talk is your home of all-angle analysis of the top political stories. Airing weekdays on Global TV, 7 p.m. Big Talk, engaging and insightful. Transparency, accountability, and highest ethical standard is expected from the National Assembly to properly follow and engage ministries, departments, and agencies of government for proper implementation of the 2025 proposed budget. I'm still have Danlami, legislative head from the National Assembly, with us on the program. Wrapping up, in a way, constituency project has been under controversy. A lot of persons don't understand how those arrangements work. What do you understand about that, and how is it fully implemented?
Yes, these are National Assembly constituency projects. So there is one we call ZIP, zonal intervention. There is capital budget, and most of these things are captured in the budget. And every member is expected to do something in his constituency. And so there is an allocation for members of House of Representatives, and there's also a particular allocation for senators. And most of these things are domiciled also in ministries and agencies.
Some projects have more project than constituencies. Some constituencies have more project than the others.
It depends on the number of members in your state. So there's a particular amount of money that's allocated for a state.
Do senators have direct access to this money?
No, you don't have direct to this money. You don't.
Who has access to this money?
They are domiciled in agencies. So what you do as a member, you write a letter of introduction. You introduce your contractor to the agencies. Then the agency now give an award letter to the contractor, and the contractor move to the site, execute the project, and then proceed and pursue after his payments. And so the one that is called capital, I think that one is the one we majorly is for empowerment. So that one is more of a procurement. You procure most of these empowerment machines and all these
kits.
Kits for youth empowerment, women empowerment.
All right.
That one is also it can be captured in any ministry. like that of agric also, for farming input and all that.
All right, because the reason I'm asking this question, many Nigerians are yet to have feelings differently of things are done.
No. They don't have access to the money. They don't have access to the money.
All right. So, what would be, as we wrap up on the show, your final concern as we move forward for ministries and departments and even these agencies that some of these things are domiciled with?
I'm a Nigerian too. I'm a Nigerian. I have kids. I have family. Our concern is that we want this budget to be executed. We want to see this is on ground. That is a major concern, and I think the president has to step up to ensure that the National Assembly, wake up to their standard. And then if there is a need, if need be, to me, there should be a monitor and evaluation so that these things, these things can be seen. We have what it takes to develop our nation. So that other nations will not be accusing us that we should develop. We have all the resources it takes to develop our nations. We shouldn't be crying loud for electricity, crying loud for infrastructures, educational, crying for for housing estate in our nations, which has become a major challenge for us, even in capital city of Abuja. You see, if government can do these things, there are budgets for this. That should be mass housing estate, mass housing estate for civil servants and individuals in the state, not allowing individuals to just go and acquire the whole land for building estate, and then you cannot afford the estate. You are saying it's a Renew Hope, you are building 2-bedroom flat, and you are selling for 59 million naira, and the person's salary is 70,000 naira. Who is buying those houses now? So they should be looked into and develop our nations, look for community, develop this, and give it for civil servants to be able to afford it.
Common Nigerian should also have access to
all these things. So if you are coming to Abuja, somebody is coming from diaspora, he's sure that if I go back home, there's a place for me to live. Not come back and start looking for a place to live and then can't afford it.
All right.
Basic need.
Thank you so much, Danlami Joel, the National Assembly head to the FCT member of House of Reps. Thanks so much for joining us on the show tonight and giving us this insight.
Thank you very much.
Everyone, the budget process is a very constitutional, guided, and transparent exercise that requires the heads of ministries, departments, and agencies to present and defend the budget proposals before the relevant committees in an open and public session. There's a lot of emphasis that this session should ensure rigorous scrutiny and accountability in public finance management within this process, and the need for full implementation of whatever has been allocated for the purpose of our national development. This will wrap it up tonight on Big Talk. We'll continue to track what is the budget, what are the expectations, what are the implementation mechanism. Call it also the monitoring and evaluation aspect of this budget. We'll continue to track all of that and bring you to speed how far this can go and the impact it has created on the life of many Nigerians. That was, of course, the conversation we needed to have tonight on the program. My name is Ediket Michael. Thanks so much for watching and staying with us on Big Talk. See you again.